Welcome back to my channel. I'm JC. Today's video is going to be sort of a what still needs to be done last minute checklist for my preparations for Nano. I'll be doing a video next week on all of like the project that I'm doing for Nano in more detail, and my routine and things like that I'll, how I will be structuring my Nano. But that's not today. If you saw my meltdown last week in last week's video, it should be up there somewhere in the cards, maybe in the description box. I was having a bit of a breakdown, a bit of a moment, because I was struggling with my outline. I haven't figured everything out yet, but I am feeling better about it than I was in last week's video. So there are 6 things that I still need to do in order to be more prepared, whatever that means, for Nano. Because are we ever really truly prepared for anything? But first thing is to actually finish the outline. And for that, I would need to actually start the outline. So let me explain. After my meltdown last week, I realized I did some brainstorming and brain dumping beforehand, before I even came up with the idea and decided on doing this for Nano. But apparently I did not do enough. So I started just doing more of a deep brain dump, deep dive into my thoughts, which entailed some middle school or middle grade TV watching, i.e. reliving my childhood, with a twist. So the first thing I'm going to finish doing is, which I'm probably going to do today and tomorrow, possibly Saturday as well, is finish brain dumping. I still have some more ideas to work through, and the brain dumping has been going great because I've come up with some things that I wasn't even thinking of before, a direction I wasn't even gonna go before. So yeah, some different things I'm going to do with the family dynamic that I wasn't going to do before, but I think it'll make for a much more interesting book. Even though she's 12, she still has to go through some things. So I've been doing the brain dump in the back of my book, my notebook. I've been doing some heavy planning. I did find the beat sheet, or the one that fits. It's more of a rites of passage thing, and it actually had Judy Blume's Are You There God, It's Me Margaret book on the list of rites of passage books, which is, I mean, it's not really in that line, not like a diary or anything, but it's kind of in the Judy Blume-esque vein of things. So I'm going to use what I can from that, and I'm almost finished my brain dumping. I'm getting there on direction I want the first book to take. So the second thing is I'm going to finish my R.L. Stein masterclass, and I may go back and watch some of my Judy Blume masterclass as well to kind of take some bits and pieces from there. You'll see my R.L. Stein masterclass video next Monday. There are some bits I can take from his class, but I will say that his class is more for people who write scary horror stuff for kids, and I don't write scary horror, but there are bits and pieces about character development and dialogue and things like that I am taking away from his book, from his masterclass. So I should be finished that today, and I may go back and watch some of my Judy Blume to kind of get some kind of things inspiration happening. That's what I'm trying to say. The third thing is I'm not going to create a musical playlist. It's a different kind of playlist, not really a playlist, but I have a Word document in which I put a list of TV shows together, some from current middle grade shows and some from my childhood, um, that I gave me great inspiration over the last weekend. I watched, okay, so there's a show called Diary of a Future President. It's produced by Gina Rodriguez. It's basically about the first Latino woman president, but the show is about her from 12 years old and her, her diary of what she was like and how she got to where she is now. So it's all about the 12-year-old and her life at home and things that she goes through at home, the struggles she goes through finding her way in middle school. And I watched the entire first season. There are two only so far. I watched the entire first season in one day. One day. It's really good. So that's the first show on my list. There's the Babysitter's Club, which season 2 is now out in Netflix. Then there's this show called Hunter Street, which is set in England, and it's about a group of it's about these two parents. Well, yeah, these two parents who they have all these foster slash adopted kids. Some they just foster, some they have adopted, and the main characters kind of vary from season to season. It's on season 3. This may be the last season or something. I'm kind of playing catch up on that show, but character now is 12. So but it's a group of kids and they're in their middle school age range, and so I'm enjoying that show. Let's see, from my childhood, there's the show Ghostwriter, 100 Things to Do Before High School, Andy Mack, Boy/Girl Meets World, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, which is everything you need to survive middle school. It's basically the premise of the show. Unfabulous, Ant Farm, Clarissa Explains It All, my personal favorite, and The Secret World of Alex Mack. I only really put on there because I just kind of want to go back and watch the show, so I wanted to put it on the list. So I remember to do that. It's not, it's kind of has a magical element, which my books don't, but yeah, for fun, for funsies. So that's my little list of shows that I will probably be watching throughout the month of Nano, just to keep my middle grade inspiration going and keep my 12-year-old me alive. The fourth thing is I'm going to make me an exercise routine, because I don't know if you noticed this. I've been struggling with getting back on track with exercising. You notice that I'm a pretty thick girl. We're gonna go with thick because that's the terminology I like to use. There are other words the society would like to use, but we're not. I'm not here for that. So I'm a pretty thick girl. Gotten a little thicker in quarantine, and I already had mobility issues from the car accidents that I have been in before. So before quarantine hit, I was going to the gym. Well, actually, no. Right before quarantine hit, I was recovering from an injury. That it was a back injury. I re-aggravated the back injury from my car accident doing something in the gym. So I was getting ready to go back to the gym because I was feeling better, and then the pandemic hit, and you know what happened. The world shut down. So I don't quite feel comfortable going back to the gym, even though they're open and fully operating. We're still in pandemic mode, so I don't feel comfortable going back to the gym yet. So I've been trying to find some things around the house. I just keep re-injuring things, but I think I have developed a slight routine that's a little low impact, just to kind of get me going, so that my body can get used to it again, so maybe I won't injure myself constantly. I digress. I need to get back on track with my exercise routine. I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. But I found in previous nanos that having a good exercise routine actually helps my creative inspiration. So if for no other reason, this is the best time to try to get back on track because it'll help my writing. So at number 5, I have to make my meal plans for Nano. To try to have the entire month planned out might be a bit of a stretch. But I think I can do 2 weeks at a time, and then in 2 weeks I can do another 2 weeks, because I have discovered that having my meals planned out really takes a lot of the time out of thinking about it, that the day of, or so that is another thing. And the good thing is Sarah Cannon has a thing in her PrepTober workbook that has you write out your meal plans and what meals you want to fix for the month of November. So I'll be filling that out. So, and last but certainly not least, number 6, I will be making my Nano routine, how I plan to write, what days I will not. Well, y'all know I don't write on Sundays. So factoring that into my word count, having to deal with the fact that I will not be getting a 30-day badge. It was really hard not getting a 30-day badge last year. It's the only thing I regretted about not writing on Sunday. But in the end, I think it was the better choice not to write on Sunday, or not to even touch my computer on Sunday, which is my motto. I don't even touch the computer screen or anything computer related on Sundays. So, but I want to structure my routine as far as the live streams that I want to write on the best time of day. And some days it's better for me to write in the morning, and some days it works better for me to write at night. So me figuring that out and that balance, it's surprisingly not always going to be the same every single day. So like Mondays, it works better for me to write in the evenings, because in the morning I'm going to the grocery store and I'm kind of drained in the morning time. So writing in the morning or in the early part of Monday doesn't really work for me. But Tuesday it does. Or Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday it works well for me. Friday, not so much. I don't write in the evenings on Friday. So, figuring out my routine and working my exercise into that as well. So those are the 6 things that I still need to do before being fully prepared, or as fully prepared as one can be, for Nano. Wish me luck. Needless to say, I have my work cut out for me over the next, week and 2 days? A week and 2 days. Nano is upon us, and it is happening quickly. Where did October go? I swear it just started. Anyway, so that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comments, are you prepared for Nano to start? How much planning do you still need to do? What does your checklist look like? Yeah, let me know. Till next time, have a blessed day. Bye.